It's still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Newton. Open here, Adam Thielen. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Newton. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
50%, right there to 3.
Watch the slats, watch the slats.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now a first down throw for Newton. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On
third down, he'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Newton, he'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it third down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. To throw is Newton. He'll get this to Eckler. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. The Chargers out to an early lead over the Chiefs. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On first down, it's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a second and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throw left side complete. It's Clark. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
15-9. Weapon.
Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 2nd and 2, Newton, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Newton to throw. Ebron's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Newton now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is Newton. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback, because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
On 2nd down, Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he may want to track down that football, because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now Joe Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Mixon with it, and they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough, and the punt team's going to be summoned on fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He personally is playing poorly, but the bottom line is his team's winning. He probably feels, oh, hey, if I can right the ship, we can really extend this lead.
Just try and get back to being the player he knows he can be and continuing to be the leader that he has to be. Doesn't matter whether he's playing real well or not. When you're winning the game, everything's good. Really, you got to treat it like it's sunshine. Hey, everything's great. That's what he has to continue to do, and I'm with you that he wants to play better to make sure he's a part of it.
He wants to flip those interceptions and touchdown numbers. 2 INTs, no touchdowns.
On the ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the... Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Let's go. 54 Mike. 54 down.
Now back to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it, the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll... Stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. Now it's Newton. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Newton. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Mixon. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And I'll tell you, the effort, sensational, but he may have come up a foot or so short of the line he needed. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Gold is able to put it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And we focus on Duke Johnson now. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Clark. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
He'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Vance McDonald in the final seconds of the first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've got... The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
50, plant. Go.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Clark. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Now Johnson, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. 2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need stops to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 36, Newton. That is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They go jet sweep here with Chark. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 2. Screenplay, Johnson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And this one is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns. Now it's a 21-point game. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready? Ready?
Come on. Tight end right. Tight end right. Everyone got 4. 4 down. Ready?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. This is Mixon, and an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Mixon. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Newton now to throw. Got his man, that's Harry. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's. And that's exactly what they did there.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And this is caught at the 8. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Eric Ebron with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game. sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Set, 8, read.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
On the team, on the recon, 132 fighter. Now.
They'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Newton looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now they run with Mixon, and he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st down, it's Newton. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he finds Howard complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you really almost discredit.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tajay Sharp with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and sit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll run with Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
You see me out here?
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now left side on the swing pass. He's going to have the 1st down past the 20. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A draw play for Mixon. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They fake the give. Newton got his man there complete to Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
for a Vikings.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Newton on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Back to throw, Newton. That's caught once again by Gallup. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Newton will bring him up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Newton throwing again. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. On second and goal, Newton. He finds his running back, Mixon. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They got to have 6 here. It's third and goal.
Double dog. That's the way.
Out of the gun, Newton. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal. Here we go on 4th. Newton. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Bucs, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss might